Hello, Sinclair Psychology faculty. This is Elizabeth Yoke, your MindTap training specialist. In this video, I'm going to take you through a quick walkthrough of the MindTap course that Joe Kelly and I have put together for you for your review. As you can see, we have added the MindTap content to a Desire to Learn course. We did this so that you can get a sense of how the MindTap content will integrate with your eLearn courses. I've logged into my Desire to Learn course and I've navigated to the Content tab. Here within the Content tab, you'll see the Table of Contents. Within the Table of Contents, we've set up 4 modules. The first module is simply a Getting Started module where we've added a folder for course resources as well as MindTap resources. Within the Course Resources area, I simply added your syllabus, and within the MindTap Resources area, you'll see some examples of help tools that we would make available for your students. This includes a quick video on how to use the ebook, a link to run the system check for students to make sure that their computer meets the system requirements, as well as a dedicated Sinclair-specific link to Cengage technical support. The MindTap content is included within the neuroscience and the learning modules. If you click on any of these modules, you'll see links to the MindTap content. Within the neuroscience folder, we've added a link to the Part 1 activities, as well as a link to all of the Chapter 2 activities in MindTap. We've done the same in the learning module. Lastly, you'll see a module entitled Learning Alternate Setup. We added this module to give you an example of an alternate way that you may choose to embed the MindTap content into your eLearn course. In the previous modules, you'll see that we added a single link that takes the students to the resources by chapter. And here I've separated out each of the resources to have their own link. So for example, within the chapter activities area, if the student clicks on the Mastery Training link, it would take the student straight to the Mastery Training module. Let's go ahead and access MindTap. So I'm simply going to click on the Learning module, and we'll go ahead and click on the link for the MindTap activities for the Learning module. And you'll see that MindTap is going to open in a separate tab. If you click the link and nothing seems to happen, it's likely your browser's pop-up blocker that's preventing the window from opening. So you'll want to go ahead and make sure that you're allowing pop-up windows for Cengage Learning. Now you can see that I'm taken to the Chapter 6 Learning Activities. We refer to the list of activities and resources within MindTap as the Learning Path. Everything that you see here within the Learning Path is customizable, so you can choose to remove, reorder, rename, or add in any additional content into the Learning Path. Within the Learning Path, you have 3 different views. Right now we're looking at the Unit view, which lists all of the activities. Another view for you or your students is what we call the Week view. This will show you any activities that are due in a certain week within the class. So if I navigate to week 5, I can see all of the activities that I've set to be due in that week. The student would be able to click on the activity from the week menu, access, and submit. The third view is just available to you as an instructor. This is what we call our Date Manager. This shows you a list of all of the items that you have included within the MindTap course and allows you to easily set available and due dates. You can set them individually by using the relevant calendar, or you can set a date for multiple activities at one time simply by selecting their checkboxes and then using the menu at the top of the page to apply a particular date for a series of activities. The Learning Path will always begin with the chapter reading. If I go ahead and open the folder, you can see that I can access the ebook reading for each of the sections within this chapter. The sections are separated out so that you can choose to rearrange these if need be, as well as omit any sections that you may not cover in the course. You can see that doing this is as simple as clicking the hide icon. The next activity that you'll see is a quiz before class. You can see that I changed this to be practice rather than counts toward grade. This is simply to give you an idea that you have the ability to make certain activities available for practice for students to use on their own, and then make other items count toward the student grade. These chapter quizzes are presented to the students right after the reading and will cover the core learning objectives for the chapter to make sure that they come to class prepared with what they should have taken from the reading. The next folder will include the interactive animations. Here you can see you have a link for the interactive animation, and then there's a corresponding question set that goes with the interactive animation that's listed above. To access any of these resources, you'll simply click on it, and then with the interactive animations, you'll click on the link, and then we'll go ahead and open in a separate window. To close out of the activity and return to the Learning Path, you'll always just click the X that's in the corner. And now I'm back into the Learning Path. I'm going to go ahead and close the Interactive Animations folder and give you some examples of other items that you'll see within the learning path. Another item is our Adaptive Mastery training modules that are powered by Cerigo. Students have access to the adaptive modules and should work on them a little bit each day as they're working through the chapter. This ensures that students are getting distributed practice and are able to truly master the chapter's content. The next activity is a writing activity. The writing activities are graded by artificial intelligence software, and all of the writing prompts have been extensively trained. After the students submit their writing activities, they're given information on revision tips as well as detailed feedback on how to improve the submission. You can determine how many times you want to allow the students to be able to submit the assignment. The next activity is a research and action video quiz. In this activity, students will watch a video detailing research that's being conducted within the area of study described in the chapter. At various points throughout the video will pause and students will be asked questions regarding what they have just seen. Next, students will have access to an activity called Apply Psychology. These are critical thinking activities that ask the student to take the concepts that they've learned in the chapter and apply them to real-life scenarios. Lastly, you'll see that we have added the PowerPoints into the MindTap learning path. Again, you'll simply click on the listing and you're able to access that resource. All of your instructor tools are included within the All Apps menu. Within this menu, you do have access to the gradebook, which we call the Progress tool, but also keep in mind that scores will flow automatically into your eLearn course for any activities that you deem graded for the class. Other items that you'll find here are flashcards for students, an embedded dictionary, and tools to manage all of the graded activities that are included within MindTap. This allows you to add, remove, or edit questions that are included in the activities. To return back to your course, you can simply close the MindTap window and you'll be back in Desire to Learn. You can then return to your table of contents by clicking on the link and navigate to any other area within the course that you would like to access.